all the progress people of color have made over the last few decades, and you're over here doing your best to set them back. Officer Tatum, what a pathetic you are. I'm sure we're going to see plenty of memes in the comments of what you really are.
You lying sack of, you know what? You don't even know what you're talking about. We've had people try it, review it, and the feedback has been absolutely amazing. Whether you choose guilty or not guilty, you're getting a premium bourbon with flavor, style, and a brand that stands out. Not Guilty has the smooth sweetness people love, and Guilty brings the bold, classic bourbon character. All you gotta do is go to verdictbourbon.com, plead your age, and face the verdict for yourself. You must be 21 and older. Please drink responsibly. I want y'all to tell me real quick, should I sue him or not? I told him I was gonna sue him on the first one, and I'm trying to, I don't want to waste my time. I don't know. I got to look up his net worth and see if it's worth me suing him. If he got a lot of money, maybe I'll pursue it. These broke, sorry son of a guns ain't got nothing to get. So I'd be suing them, spending my money just to sue them, to embarrass them, but I'm not going to make any money off of it. I can't get damages from people that don't have any money. But this fool, I want you guys to put in the comment section when you hear it, should I sue him or not? Roll the clip.
And a lot of y'all gonna have to apologize for the stuff that you said. You're gonna have to take that video down and apologize because you are part of the lie.
Oh, have you ever apologized or taken a video down, Mr. Tatum, when you were proven wrong? Or do you just double down every time? Now, I know you didn't like the video I made about you a couple weeks ago, and you even threatened to sue me. Why don't you go through with it? If I was wrong and you were right, why don't you go through with it and sue me? And by the way, that was a really dumb decision because you're getting absolutely bodied in my comment section. You and your wife are getting toasted, and deservedly so. You work for Turning Point, and there's absolutely zero reason to ever trust you. You guys remember Sonya Massey? 2 years ago, she called 911 because she suspected a prowler outside. Cops came and entered her home, and one of them shot her 3 times, once in the face. Tatum, the former cop, said it was justified.
When she lunged at the police officers with the pot of boiling water, that Grayson was justified in using deadly force against her.
Sonya did not lunge at the cop, and if she did, why did he get sentenced to 20 years? This right here proves it was not a good shoot. It was not justified, officer. And to break down as simply as I can, you saw a white cop and a black woman, and your number one goal in life was to protect the white man. That's your job.
All right, pause it. First of all, he's a complete mindless person. However, I just want to make sure we're clear about this. He said that Sonya Massey never threw a pot of boiling water. And then I'm going to go through the charges that they charged him with, which I think were, first of all, the cop is a dirtbag, in my opinion. But that doesn't mean that he's not justified because he's a dirtbag. Now, I don't agree with the ruling, and I'm going to tell you why here in a second. And I believe that the only reason why they did this to him is because he's a white cop in this situation that's racially tensed. And let me show you where I prove that she threw boiling water at him. Come on, hit to my clip.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I had to make this video
Let's
real quick.
fast forward a little bit. People can go watch this on their own time. We did this video. I want to get to the part where we get right to the shooting. Okay, let's get here because this is where everybody gets confused at. Let's start here.
Goes at gunpoint. He pulls the gun out. She takes her hand away from the pot. She puts both hands in the air. She has no pot in her hand at this point.
Now pause it. And this is why, let me just rehash just a little bit why I think this was justified, although he got charged, and I'm gonna explain the charges because they were not as clear and as obvious as these nut jobs think they are. First and foremost, she goes over to the pot. She started yelling. She started saying something crazy, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, and grabbing the pot as if she was going to throw it on the officer. He pulled a gun at her. A pot of boiling water is a deadly weapon. He pulls a gun out, threatened deadly force. She removed herself from the pot. That's the point of threatening deadly force. Roll the clip.
Puts her hands in the air. He decided that threat of deadly force was going to prevent her from throwing the hot pot on him.
I explained it.
He threatened her with deadly force. She put her hands up, but keep watching. She goes down to the ground. Him and the other officer walk over because they can't see her. It appears that they can't see her behind this little mess right here. So they walk over to see what she's doing because she went all the way down to the ground. And I want you to watch very clearly. She's getting ready to pop up. with this pot and throw the hot water on the police officers. And as you can see, she's popping up right here, coming from the ground. You see her there, popping right there. She's throwing the pot. You can see the pot, her throwing the pot.
Pause. Now, Mr. Stu Little, where's my computer at? Mr. Stu Little said that she didn't throw the pot. I'm going to finish the clip, and you're going to see the pot and the boiling water go at the officer. Roll it.
That is a pot in her hand. That's the handle, and that's the pot. And I want you to watch right here, because you're going to see that water come from the pot. It's going to go through these clothes or whatever on this thing. It's going to hit here, and it's going to steam. I want you to watch it. Let me get out the way. The water's getting ready to come through right here, and you're going to see the steam. See that steam? It's
All right,
still
pause. So he said she did not throw the pot of boiling water. Okay. In the court, when he got indicted and he was facing charges, they charged him with 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. The jury was given jury instructions to charge him with this or a lesser charge of second-degree murder. The jurors did not feel that it was necessary to charge him with any of these charges of 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, or official misconduct, so they charged him with the lesser charge of second-degree murder. Now, here's the caveat of second-degree murder in the state of Illinois. They have what they call imperfect self-defense. So that means that the jurors found that subjectively, they accepted his belief that he was in threat of bodily injury with her throwing the pot of boiling water on him. Subjectively, they believed him. They felt that he believed he was justified. But then they go on to say, but they believed that he wasn't reasonable. So in that, they said that he's subjectively articulated clearly that he believed his life was in danger. They accepted that. But they believed that a reasonable person, another person in that situation, wouldn't have shot her. Do you know how convoluted that is? And I could just read a comment here if you look this up. And it says that the jurors accepted that Grayson's subjectively feared danger while finding that a reasonable person would not have believed deadly force was necessary. That is putting your life in the hands of jurors who were not in your position, who were not police officers, and I believe because of political pressure, they were not going to give him a pass. And he was an idiot that decided he was going to yell at the woman and say, I'm going to shoot you in the face before he ever shot her, which was stupid on his part, and he probably was a bad officer. But the actual shooting, in any other situation, he would have not been found guilty. But in my opinion, because of the racially charged situation, they used the caveat of imperfect self-defense, accepted the fact that he honestly believed his life was in danger, but said, we think another person in that situation wouldn't have done it. You can grant them, he did get charged, he got to go to prison. It is what it is. Maybe he can appeal. I don't know. That has nothing to do with me. But that's the reason why I believed what I believed. Clearly, he threw the pot of boiling water, and the other situation was what it was. All right, here's another big lie from that same dummy that, and y'all tell me in the comment section, should I sue him? First of all, he lied about that. That wasn't what I said I was going to sue him over. This is what I said I was going to sue him over. But first of all, he lied about that. So you can tell he's not trustworthy. He don't understand the law. And he berated me and called me all kind of racial slurs throughout the other thing. But here's another one. Roll it.
Charlie Kirk said black men like you were better off during slavery. Do you agree with him?
Now, listen, 100%. You don't understand black history, and you don't understand what Charlie was saying. Listen, after slavery, there was an explosion of... Clearly, I didn't hear him say that because it was so ridiculous that I thought he said after slavery. That fool said during slavery. Charlie ain't never said nothing like that day in his life. So I said, of course I agree with him. You don't understand black history. After slavery, roll it. success in the black community. We had Black Wall Street. We were married to the women we had children with. Black people had a tremendous amount of success. Our success was growing faster than white people during that period of time. Now look at us.
Yeah, now look at you. All the progress people of color have made over the last few decades, and you're over here doing your best to set them back. Officer Tatum, what a pathetic you are. I'm sure we're going to see plenty of memes in the comments of what you really are. Charlie Kirk said black men were better off during slavery, and you agreed. Well, why don't you agree to be a slave right now for one week?
Come on, y'all tell me, should I sue him? He said two things. He said that I said, Charlie Kirk, that black people were better off during slavery. That is a lie. I told that guy after slavery. I went on, because clearly he don't want to show you the full clip, I went on to explain and clarify, because the other guy was like, during slavery? I'm like, no, nobody said during slavery. This is the same interview. And not only did that bald head nut lie on me, he lied on Charlie. Now, on the same episode, this idiot had to apologize to Charlie and me for lying. Roll the clip. Lying. He said after slavery.
You were better off during slavery.
No, he did not. Show me the proof, and I'll give you $1,000.
By the way, we've checked this. Charlie Kirk did not say that black people were better off in slavery. There was a manipulated video clip circulating on social media that created that false impression. This originated from a... Do you apologize?
Absolutely. You fact-checked it. Thank you so much. But he did say black people were better off during segregation, and he opposed the civil rights movement.
You actually have to say, I'm sorry.
I would have to leave. I'm sorry.
Now, tell me why, go back to the bald head nut job. Tell me why you didn't play the full clip and you weren't genuine about it. You just berated me and said all this and lied on Charlie Kirk and said he was a racist. Let him finish, because he say more stuff about Charlie. Roll it.
We're able to accomplish a lot rather than working hard for someone else. You said the success of black people was growing faster than white people, and you brought up Black Wall Street. Yeah, you're right. Now, can you please tell us, Uncle Ruckus, what happened to Black Wall Street? Does the Tulsa massacre ring a bell? The people you defend burned down Black Wall Street.
Look, they didn't start using Tulsa massacre until recently. Go look it up. It was called Tulsa Race Riot. Black and white people had a conflict in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where black people fired the first shots, killing white people in the conflict. Now, I don't know who was wrong in the conflict initially, but that necessitated white people to come into Tulsa, where black people were, and there was a race riot. And in the race riot, buildings got burned and all that stuff. It wasn't a massacre. Now, it may have led to a lot of black people dying, but if you look at the death toll, there was plenty of white people and black people who equally died in that conflict. The conflict was stimulated by an incident that occurred in Tulsa. I believe it happened on an elevator. This wasn't white people going and burning down Tulsa, Oklahoma because they didn't like black success. This was a conflict that occurred, and the conflict between black and white people led to white people beating the brakes off of black people in this situation and then burning the city. The city recovered, if you look up, and 3 years from there, they recovered, rebuilt, and was functional just like they were before the Tulsa massacre is what y'all call it. You don't know your history, white man, so quit talking to me about history and trying to chuck and jive for the other brothers so you can be down with the posse. And y'all ignorant Negroes let this fool talk about me because you agree with him, and you let him call me all kind of racial slurs. Well, I don't care about none of y'all anyway, but I'm just saying, this y'all hypocrisy. Roll the clip.
There were so many successful black towns that were torn apart by the same people that you're working for. Does this look familiar? This is Lake Lanier in Georgia, and it used to be a successful black community. They were drowned out, again, by the people that you support.
Drowned out.
Officer Tatum, you could be the biggest sellout in the whole country. What a sorry excuse for a man. For a racist white person to say this shit is just evil. And with a person of color saying the shit that you're saying, holy shit. I think you just clearly proved that Charlie Kirk was a racist and white supremacist. People, let random Tatum lie.
Y'all think I should sue that fool? Charlie Kirk was a racist and white supremacist, which is clearly a lie. He said that Charlie said that black people was better during slavery, which clearly a lie. Then he said that I said it, which was clearly a lie, because that dude lied. I bet him $100 that Charlie never said it. I clearly didn't say it, because I bet him $100, and then he had to apologize on Piers Morgan for lying. Now, this fool, Chat said sue him. We're going to talk to the lawyers and see if we can pursue a lawsuit against him for defamation and lying. You lying sack of, you know what? You don't even know what you're talking about.